Alright YouTube, what is going on? It's Hightower5000 here today, bringing you a brand new quest guide. Today we're starting Plague's End, long last. Yes, I do apologise that it is out late. I've just had so much going on, and this is a very long quest, so I've been building up to it anyway. So, just to say, this quest is a GrandMaster quest. It's a very long quest, so you might want to watch half this video and then come back later and do the other half, because it could take you a few hours. The requirements for this quest are: the quests you need to complete are Within the Light, Catapult Construction, and Making History. Skill requirements are 75 Agility, 75 Crafting, 75 Construction, 75 Dungeoneering, 75 Herblore, 75 Mining, 75 Prayer, 75 Range, 75 Summoning, and 75 Woodcutting. So quite high requirements there. To start this quest, you're going to be speaking to Arianwyn in Lletya in the bank, which is the most easterly building. Items you will need to complete this quest are a full Mourners outfit, which I have here in my inventory, a rune bar, plant cure, 10 magic logs, a pouch, 200 spirit shards, a crimson charm, a green charm, a gold charm, a blue charm, and a super defense potion 3. I also recommend having these crystal teleport seeds. These basically teleport you here back to Lletya. Recommend having quite a few of these because you will be coming back and forth here. To obtain one of these, what you're going to want to do is kill an elf warrior, and hopefully they will drop one. And if you need to recharge it, you need to go out into the entrance to Lletya where Alun's will be, and then she can recharge your teleport crystal for a small fee. I'd also recommend good combat stats, because at the end of the quest there are a lot of high level monsters to kill. I'd recommend using magic or range just because they're floating and they're a wee bit of a distance away. You can use melee, but it is significantly more difficult. For the start of the quest, all you're really going to require is your Mourners gear, and I'd recommend also bringing some food and maybe 1 or 2 pots as well. You're going to need quite a bit of food and pots throughout this quest, so make sure you have some of them available. Alright, okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to equip all your Mourners gear. You're also going to want to have some food. I've also got my charged up teleport crystal, and I've also got some Ardung teleport runes. We will be going to Ardung quite soon. You can also use the home lodestone, so there's no really need to bring runes. I'm not at all sure even if I'm going to use them. So anyway, to start this quest, let's start off by talking to Arianwyn, and basically she's just going to give you some information about the quest, and all you're going to say is let's go. And this is basically going to be you starting the quest, so it shows here that I've got all the requirements. Just going to hit accept quest, and then it's basically going to give you some more options. So what you're going to want to do is select option 1. I have the Mourner's disguise with me, which I actually coincidentally have it on. And then am I ready to go? And yes, select option 1, I'm ready to teleport. And then we'll be teleported to, I think this is where the end of the Within the Light quest was. So what you're going to want to do is talk to Arianwyn again, and then just see what's going on. And then you're going to hit option 2, which is okay. And then you're going to exit here to the west through this door. Me facing north there, and this is going west. Okay, so once we are through the door, we're going to be sort of in an underground area, and what you're going to try and do is go through this door here. And then basically what's going to happen is you're going to get stopped by a death guard, and the person is going to say, where are you going, basically, and you're going to skip through the log, and basically you're going to say number 3, we thought we saw a mouse. And then of course she's going to question that, and we're select option number 2. It might get into the food stores, and basically you're sort of sucking up here, and select option 1 here. We knew you were too busy to deal with it, so we'll deal with it. And then the death guard will think that's quite sensible, and then you'll be let through. So now that you're through, you're going to go through here to the west, and then into this room here. And basically what you're going to do is talk to the Mourners, and then basically they are just going to walk away. So once you've done that, you're going to talk to, I think it's Arianwyn, and then basically talk to this person. So you're going to select option 1, what are you doing? And then basically it's going to bring up some more chats here. And then you're going to select option 1, what is the power source? Then option 2, the captain wants you to hurry. And then you're going to be given a scroll, which is basically a report. Once you've done that, you're going to head north, and you're going to exit up the stairs here, and then you'll be led out into one of the camps. Alright, so once you're in the elven camp, what you're going to want to do is run west and then run north up to the mayor's house, like so. And then once you get up to the mayor's house, then you're going to want to talk to the mayor, who's going to be in the corner. Then you're going to say hello, good day, yada yada yada. You're going to say option 2, I've got a report from Liston. Another one, yada yada yada. You can just skip through all this log. The mayor will then take the report. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is go directly south now. So just where we passed, there was sort of a bridge, and add some Mourners and some elves on it. So once you get down here, what you're going to want to do is talk to the Mourner. And then basically what you're going to want to do is the mayor wants you to distribute the food to the crowd, option number 1. Really well if you say so. And then skip that part as well. So once you've done that, you're going to want to head back north to the mayor's house, and then you're going to want to talk to the mayor. Right, so now that you've started talking to the mayor, basically what you're going to select is option 1, the guards are now distributing out food. That is unacceptable, and then the mayor is going to be quite mad, and then the mayor is going to storm off. So wait until the mayor has left the building, and what you're going to want to do here is take the master plan, and then that will be placed into your inventory like so. You can read through that if you want to. There's nothing really too exciting about it. Right, so now we're going to head back down to the underground area. So what you're going to want to do is head south and then head west. And then once you get here, you're going to go back down the stairs and you'll be back down in the underground layer. So what you're going to do is you're going to talk to Leston here. And then you're basically going to say option number 1, I have a document when it comes up. There we go. And then basically he is going to read the document. And then select option 1, how do you know he's going to kill them? Then select option 1, how will that help Lord Lorworth? And then select option 2, how can we stop him? Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to want to go and talk to Arianwyn, who's standing right next. And then basically you're just going to select the OK option. And then from here, what you're going to want to do is teleport to our dung. So you can either use the home teleport or you can use the runes, which I've got right here. Okay, so once you have arrived in Eastern Ardung, what you're going to do is head to the chapel in the middle. That is why I selected to teleport into the middle of Ardung, or this side of Ardy anyway. I'm not at all sure how you say that, the city name, but what you're going to want to do is come to chapel here, which is right in the middle, just beside the river and the bridge. And what you're going to do is you're going to talk to the councillor, and then basically you're going to start a chat with him. You're going to select option number 1, I need to show you a document. And then basically he's going to read it and he's going to be very surprised by this. And then basically he's going to give us another note. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head out to Western Ardung. So for that it's pretty much just directly west, however there's a castle unfortunately in the way, so you can either go around the castle like I'm doing, like so. Once you've arrived in, what you're going to do is you're going to continue heading in a westerly direction, and then basically going to come into sort of courtyard here. What you're going to do is the big building just to the north of the courtyard, what you're going to want to do is enter, and then you're going to want to go up the stairs. Once you're up the stairs, you're going to want to come into this eastern room here like I'm doing so, and then there should be someone in here who you can talk to called Breivik. And then you're going to start some chat with him, and basically you're going to want to select option 1, I need to show you this document, and then option number 3, we need to overthrow the Mourners. So Breivik has given us a list, and basically this list is people that can help us overthrow the Mourners. So we're going to have to go and talk to all these people. They are located on the map right now, they're located all around both east and west Ardy, so we're going to go and do them first of all. So what you're going to do is you're going to leave the house in the middle here. Right, okay, so before we talk to anyone, what we're going to have to do is take all our Mourners gears off, so make sure you take it all off. You should have some inventory space, no problem. And once you're outside, what you're going to do is head to your east, and then you're basically going to find the first person that we need to talk to here, which is Jethic. And then basically going to select option 1, join the revolution, and then he says he's going to meet you in the church, which is just coincidentally to the south there. That is the building there we will eventually land up in, and he is now in there. So what we're going to do now is actually head back over the border into East Ardee. And once we're into East Ardee, what we're going to do is we're going to go and find Elund. Elund was in the very start of this quest series way back in Plague City Underground Pass. Them sort of quests, so you might remember her. She is located just beside the river to your northeast. Once you get to her house, you're going to open the door and you're going to go in and talk to her. And then basically you're going to select option number 1, yes, it's time to stop them. And then the same thing is going to happen again. And she is now disappeared from here and she's waiting in the church for us. Okay, so for this next part, what we're going to want to do is go to the banks. This is why I'm doing this in this set order. We're going to go to the bank and we're going to get ourselves some combat gear because we're about to go, and once we've actually got everyone for a revolution that we need everyone on the list, we're going to go and storm the Mourners HQ. So for this you're going to need some armor. Now I'm actually going to select some melee armor. I know it doesn't suggest melee armor, but for this part anyway you can use melee armor. So later on bits which you can't. Right, okay, so once you have been to the bank, I've not got the best gear here, this is just some random gear that I have got. Basically you're only going to be killing some level 33 Mourners, and then you're going to have to kill a few 107 Mourners, so it all depends on your combat level, what armor and what food you bring. I've got some food that we had earlier on. So once you've actually talked to loons, what we're going to do is head back into Western Ardee. So we're going to go in the opposite direction now, we're going to go southwest. And then we're going to enter through the gate again, and once we're into West Ardee, what we're going to do is head up to our northwest until we can reach the north wall. Basically what you'll see is you will see a hut up here by the north wall, and you're going to enter into it. Once you get in, you'll be in Ted and Martha's house. Talk to either of them and basically they will join up with your revolution. So select option 1 again, and then they go off to the church just like that. So what we're going to do again is exit out, and what we're going to do is head to the west and then a little bit to the south, just like I'm doing on screen here. And then we're going to be looking for a girl called Carla, which is in the purple dress, quite difficult to miss. And then basically you're going to start a conversation, and you're going to want to select the option number 1, join my revolutionary and save your son. And then she's going to join up, so she's also going to go to the church. So from here we're going to head directly in a westerly direction, and basically we're going to try and get to the entrance of the underground pass. So keep going, and then there should be this guy called Koftik here. Basically again select option number 1, I want to help you overthrow the Mourners. And there we go. Just one person left now. So from here we're going to head in a westerly direction. We're basically just going to head to the church actually. So if you go to the church and then if you head southwest, there's a hut which we're going to go to. And this hosts the final person that we want to talk to, which is Nurse Sarah. So go and talk to Nurse Sarah. And then again select option 1, I'd feel better if you join my revolution. So it's finally happening, and then she will join, and that is everyone you need on the list in the church. So what we're going to do is head northeast to the church, like so. Right, okay, so now we're about to go into some combat fights. What I'm going to do is change into Legacy mode, just because I prefer fighting in Legacy mode. I don't really like EOC that much, so I'm just going to very quickly change. Right, okay, so this is me now into Legacy mode. This is my preferred method of combat. So what we're going to do now is enter the church, and then basically just talk to anybody. And then, are we ready? What's going on? Yes, I'll explain everything, then we will strike. So basically what you're just going to want to do is go through all the options of chat. And then finally, when you've gone through everything, select option number 4, enough talk, it's time to strike. So what happens is they all leave the church and they go off to the HQ, which, if we're facing north, is to our northeast. And once you arrive out here, the whole team will be outside, so what you're going to do is kick down the door. Make sure you're ready for combat at this stage. And then once you're in, basically just going to want to kill all the Mourners. Now these Mourners are level 33 right now, however they are and will get higher when we go downstairs. Now I am level 112 and I'm not taking any damage whatsoever at this stage. I've only brought 5 bits of food and this is for quite a lot of fights, so as long as you're a decent combat level you'll be totally fine. Okay, so once you have killed all the Mourners upstairs, what you're going to do is go through the room to the west and then you're going to go down the trap door, sorry. And then once you're down here, again you're going to kill everything in your sight. These are now level 85, so a bit more of a challenge, but it shouldn't be too difficult. If you need to use prayer, so for example use protect from melee and maybe use rapid restore. Right, okay, so once you have killed them all outside of the head office, what you're going to do is go into the head office, and this is where the head Mourner is going to be, and you're going to attack and kill this head Mourner. This Mourner is level 100, however it does actually have more health than a level 100 does, so this might take a wee while to kill. Also, he might hit higher. And finally, once you kill the head Mourner, hopefully you do it a lot faster than I did. Basically, what is going to happen is you're going to get to ask some questions. So you can select option 1, I have some questions to ask. And then basically you can select option number 1, what happened to the known prisoner, which is included in Mourning's End Part 2. And then you're going to choose option number 1, how are you going to summon the Dark Lord. You're then going to choose option number 2, who is the Dark Lord. And then finally, option number 3, enough questions. And then basically you can either kill the head Mourner or you can, in a sense, put him into exile. So I'm just going to kill because I'm a knob. But I mean, in all fairness, he did a lot wrong, so I think he deserved to die. Anyway, so Elena is now going to be speaking to you, and basically you should have a free inventory slot at this time anyway, but if you don't, make sure you have one. I'm basically going to be given a flag. So with this flag, what you're going to do is run back up the staircase, and then once you get up the staircase, you're actually going to climb up the staircase in the room as well, and then you're going to go through the door, and as you can see the flags here, basically those are the flags of the Mourners. You're going to replace them, and then basically Sir Hugo and Sir Edmund are going to be having a wee bit of a confrontation outside. They're basically going to have a bit of an argument, and now what you're going to have to do, they've just ran back off to the castle, so we're going to take them to the castle. So you're going to want to head to the castle in Eastern Ardea. So what you're going to do is go back down the stairs and then go through the 2 doors to exit the building. And then we're going to go south, through the gate, and then round to the entrance to the castle. Alright, so on arrival you're going to talk to Sir Edmund, and then you're going to select the option yes, and basically it's going to start a fight. Now that was the second time I had to do it. I had to initiate some sort of cutscene fighting. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go upstairs. You can use either staircase, and then you're going to want to go into the king's bedroom, which is the room here in the middle. Once you get into the room, you're going to talk to the king, and then Sir Hugo protects me, and then you're going to have to kill Sir Hugo. He's level 107, so it shouldn't be too difficult a task. However, if you're like me, you might need a wee bit of food and 1 or 2 prayers on as well. Okay, so once you have finally killed Sir Hugo, what you're going to do is talk to the king again, and then basically he's going to say, traitor, I cannot trust you. So we're going to do some more questions again. So select option number 1, answer my questions first. Then option number 1, why are you helping Lord Lorworth? And then option number 1, did you know the Mourners were going to kill everyone in West Ardung? And then option 1, you're lying. He's going to admit that he did know. Then you're going to again ask the question, option number 2, who's the Dark Lord? then I don't know. And then option number 3, enough questions, and again you can choose to kill or send it into exile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a nice person this time, and no, I'm not going to kill you, sorry pal. And then basically that's the king dead, and then Sir Edmund will turn up from outside. Okay, so now that we've done that, what we can do is we can teleport back to Lletya. So you can do that by using your crystal teleport seeds. And then we're now going to want to go to the bank and get some of them items out which we had at the start of the quest. You also may want to replenish your prayer, which is just if you go up these stairs here, there's basically an altar just above the bank. Okay, so for this next bit, we're not going to need to withdraw all the items. I'm going to break this down for you guys and make it easier so you don't have to use a Beast of Burden. What you are going to need though is you're going to need your full Mourners set. You're still going to require your crystal, all these 3 items I think. You're definitely going to need food though, because we're going to be doing some more combat. You're going to require a plant cure, you're going to require a rune bar, and also some money to charter our ship, if you want to do it the fast way like me. Okay, so now you're going to want to go and talk to Arianwyn, and then he's basically going to give you the option to teleport back down to the underground sort of city area. So you're going to say ready to teleport, and then once you teleport back here. Make sure at the stage you change back into your Mourners clothing if you're not already, and make sure you have everything else unequipped. So for example a weapon there, I need to unequip that. So what you're going to want to do is talk to Arianwyn again, and then basically going to start a conversation. You're going to select option number 1, how will we regrow the city? You're going to select option 1, who is the Dark Lord? You're going to select option number 2, okay, what do we do now? And then option number 1, Arianwyn is Lord Carden. And then you're going to select option 1, you're going to want to teleport back to Lletya. Or Lletya, I'm not at all sure how it's pronounced, I do apologise, I'm just not very good at pronunciation of all these words. So anyway, once you get back here, you're going to talk to Gwr, I think it could be, and then you're going to select option 1, I need to find all the elders. And then basically what you're going to do is come over here and search the bookcase, and then you're going to select the top option about the lost elders, and this is going to give you a book here. So this basically just gives you some information about all the elders that we need to find. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk to her again, select option number 1, and then basically you have to go through all of these options. So I'm just going to speed this part up. Right, so we've also been given an item from that, we've been given a charm. Then go over to the next page, and basically what all this is doing is giving you information about all the people that you need to go and talk to. Also given another piece of paper. You should have some free space in your inventory anyway. And then select that is all, and then that should be you with all the information you need. Right, okay, so it's time to go and find all of the lost elders. What we're going to do is exit Lletya via the western entrance through the trees. As I said, go through the trees. And then we're going to want to continue in a westerly direction. Watch out for this tripwire, we need to pass over this tripwire here. And then once you've done that, continue west. And then basically you're going to go through the dense forest here. Once you get through the dense forest, you're then going to go north, and then you're going to jump over these leaves. Hopefully you do it first time, like I surprisingly did there. And then you're going to want to continue east. And then you'll eventually arrive at the entrance to the cave, and what you're going to do is enter this cave. Now what you're going to do is you're going to head east, and then you're going to head south a bit. So just before this well here, there should be a wee crack in the wall, so you're going to mine that. I presume everyone has a axe on their tool belts. Once you mine that, then you can enter the tunnel, and then you'll be brought into this room here. Equip your armor, because you're about to go into some combat situation here. This is why we have the food. Then as you can see here, there's 3 things we need to attack here. They all have different combat styles. One of them has magic, one of them has range, and one of them has melee. So you're just going to kill them all. They're all level 70. They shouldn't be too difficult to kill, however it will take me an eternity, so I will speed this part up. Alright, okay, so once you've finally killed the 3 enemies, what you're going to do is walk up the wee stairs here, and then you're going to try and wake the lady. And then basically, you're going to be given the option to repair with a rune bar. So you've got a rune bar in your inventory, so select option 1, and you're going to repair it. And then she should waken up. And then the lady will start talking to you. And then basically you just select option 4, it's time, I'm gathering the clan leaders. And then she disappears, and that is the first elder ready. Right, okay, so now that we've got that lady and we've used the rune bar, we're now going to need to use the plank here. So what you're going to want to do is, for my method anyway, you're going to want to get yourself to Port Tyrus, which is at the other side round here. So you're going to want to charter a ship. So I'm just going to go to an ideal port. I'm going to go to Cartherby because the teleport lodestone is quite close by. However, you can actually go back to Lletya and then walk through the forest if you want to. However, that is a much longer process, but it will save you money. So what I've done here is I've just teleported to Cartherby, and then I'm going to charter the ship to Port Tyrus. Port Tyrus. Oh, it's actually 3,200. Select OK, and then you will land up at Port Tyrus. So, disembark the ship, and then head into the camp. Once you're in the camp, you're going to want to go straight through the camp and then go to your north and exit out the north of the camp, and you're going to want to climb over the dense forest. Once you're through the dense forest, you'll land up at the opening where Catapult Construction quest goes down. So you're going to want to head to your east, and it'll go a little bit south as well. And then you'll land up here at some dead trees. Now, this is the tree that we are going to want to inspect, but unfortunately we can't inspect it yet. So you're going to have to cut down one of these living nearby trees. I'm just going to choose this one here. I assume that you will have a axe on your tool belt, and then basically, as you can see, it's empowering the tree, so now we can inspect it. So what you're going to do is enter the dense forest here, in between these two trees, and then what you're going to do is you're going to inspect the tree. It's going to say the tree is alive but deceased. A plank here would restore the health. So we've got our plank here in our inventory, so you're going to use that on the tree. And then basically the tree is going to come back to life, and then there's going to be a lord here, which we're going to talk to. And then you're basically going to select option number 4, it's time, I'm gathering the clan leaders. And then that lord will also be signed up, and that's another one down. Okay, so for the next one, we're going to teleport back to Lletya, and we're going to go to the bank. Alright, okay, so for this next bit, what we are going to be doing is we're going to require 10 magic logs out the bank. We had these items earlier, so what you can do is get rid of food, because this part does not require any food or killing anyone. Okay, so once you've got 10 magic logs out the bank, what you're going to need to do is we're going to have to run around here, and basically we're going to need to land up identifying 5 of these symbols, and then eventually some sort of statue which can build out of magic logs will appear for us. But as I said, we need to get to that, so we need to identify 5 of these. So the first one here is on the eastern wall in the bank. You're just going to expect a symbol, and it's going to say in the bottom corner here, I know you can't see my mouse, but in the bottom left corner in your chat it says symbols found 1 of 5. So we need to try find all 5. So the next one, we're going to go over into the clothes shop, or whatever the shop is, to the west, just to the northwest of the wee entrance here. We're going to go into here, and then what you're going to do is climb up the stairs, like so, and then there should be another symbol just below the window on the western wall. So there we go, there's 2 out of 5 done. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb back downstairs, and then we're going to go to the arrow shop, which is just to our south. Now once you're in here, the symbol for this should be on one of the walls sort of to the west, though it's facing north, if that makes any sense, but that's where it's located, and you can see my mini map as well whereabouts I am. Fourth one, if we go to the building to the south, not at all sure what the building to the south actually is, but it is in here, I'm pretty sure. So there we go, there it is over there. These things are not too difficult to spot actually. I mean, you could run around yourself trying to find these. But here's number 4, so it's on the western wall in the southernmost building. And then finally we're going to go up, and we're going to go up to the altar. So I recommend going out into the middle and climbing up the stairs. Again, I'm very quickly just going to recharge my prayer points because we will be going into combat later on. So don't worry, I'll prepare you all for when that time comes. And then the final one here is in the corner just north of the altar. So there we go, it now says that you can put a carving together, a statue in the middle of Lletya. So that's what we're going to do. We've got our 10 magic logs withdrawn. So what you're going to do is go back downstairs, and now before you go downstairs you can see this big sort of transparent statue which we need to fill in / build. So come over to it and hit build, and then you'll start to construct it, and there we go, that's it built. That's just got rid of our magic logs, and now you can see basically you start a chat with Kaylin, and then she's saying come up and talk to her. So that's what we'll do, we'll go up and talk to her. And where is she? She's not upstairs. Yep, she is upstairs, she's here, there we go. And then that statue, and then it gets start a wee chat here, and then all you're going to do is select number 4, it's time, I'm gathering the clan leaders, select that, and now that is her all ready for later on. So she should disappear, and that is her, and that is our next lord done. Alright, so for this next lord what we're going to need to do is withdraw one of each colour of charm, so that is a crimson, a green, a blue and a gold. You're also going to need 1 pouch, and you're going to need 200 spirit shards. Now you should have from earlier on this Arianwyn charm. If you don't, then go back and talk to Gwar and she should give you another one. And basically what we need to do is with all this, we need to go and infuse a special pouch. So what we're going to do for this is I'm going to go and use the infusion thing at Taverley. I'm actually going to teleport to Falador because it's actually closer to get to the infusion pouch area there. And basically we're going to need to infuse this, and then when we infuse it we can summon it, and that'll be another one of the lords. So from Falador here, what you're going to do is run north up to Taverley. Open the gate if you have to, and then run in to the summoning place. Just to say guys, if you want to add me, there's quite a few of you who have been really kind and started to message me to say thank you for my previous quest guide, so feel free to add me. It's Bigfoot500. I'm going to change my name to Hightower5000 in the near future. Also, I have a friends chat as well. It's not very active, but if you'd like to join that when I'm on, I'm not always on, I'm only on a few hours a week, but when I am, I'll be happy to talk to you guys. Anyway, so back to the quest. What we're going to do is infuse the pouch, and it's basically going to come up with a special option. You can use the obelisk normally if you're actually doing some summoning, or we're going to select option 1 here, which is create the Arianwyn pouch, I think it is called. So we're going to do that, and we're going to create it, and then basically it's going to give you this special pouch which we have just created. So you can summon this anywhere. I'm just going to summon it in here, and then the lord's going to be, oh, I'm back. And then basically what you're going to do is select option number 4, it's time, I'm gathering the clan leaders, option 4. And then this is another lord, and they have gone to the Undercity, and they have joined up with all the rest of the people that we've got so far. Okay, so that's another lord done, so only a few more to go. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to Lletya, so activate your crystal. Now this is actually the last charge on my crystal, so what I'm going to do before I forget is quickly go in and get myself another crystal out, because it's the most annoying thing when you run out of crystals and you don't realise it, and then you have to land up walking here from the lodestone. Right, okay, so for this next part we're going to have to do, in a sense, a bit of agility, and we're going to have to go and jump over the swamp. So what you're going to do is make sure you have a new crystal, because after this part we're going to be teleporting back here. What we're going to do is we're going to go and jump over the swamp, like I said. So we're going to leave out of Lletya via the west side and go through the trees. Once you get through the trees, what you're going to want to do is run directly south down the path, and you'll eventually pass some magic trees. What you're going to do is once you pass them, keep going until you reach the swamp. Okay, so once you reach the swamp, there is going to be a stepping stone which you're going to need to step on, and we're going to be crossing this poisonous waste swamp, and it's going to be quite a long journey. So what we're going to be doing here is a map on screen. This shows you basically what we're going to be doing. So first of all, you're going to want to go south 1 island, and then you're going to want to go south another island. So in a sense that is south 2 islands. Also look at my mini map in the top right hand corner. You're then going to go south west 1 island. You're then going to go northwest 1 island. You're then going to go north 1 island. You're then going to go northwest 1 island. You're then going to go south 1 island. You're then going to go west 1 island. You're then going to go south 1 island. You're then going to go west 1 island. You're then going to go north 1 island. You're then going to go northwest 1 island. So this is you now above one of the fairy rings for when you're doing the Lost City quest, I'm pretty sure. So then you're going to continue going in a westerly direction, so go west 1 island. And then go northwest 1 island. Then you're going to go south 1 island. You're then going to go south again another island. You're then going to go northwest 1 island. Then you're going to go west 1 island. And then finally we're going to go sort of southwest of this island here. So it's not too difficult to do. In a sense, you're just heading in a southwesterly direction to get over to the other side. You could work it out yourself quite easily. And then hopefully we can jump off, and here we are. So once you're over at the other side of the Poison Waste, what you're going to do is talk to Elf Hermit. And then you're going to select option 1, Are You Lady Heffen? And then you're going to select option number 1, I Seek the Wisdom of Seren. You're then going to select option number 2, Seren's Faithfulness to the Elves. You're then going to select option number 1, The Symmetry of Crystals. You're then going to select option number 3, I Don't Know. And then you're finally going to select option number 4, It's Time, I'm Gathering the Clan Leaders. And there we go, there's another one. So that part wasn't too difficult there, just a wee bit of a agility sort of exercise there. I don't think there's any way you can fail either. So we're going to now activate the crystal, and we're going to teleport back to Lletya. And then for this next bit, what you're going to need to do is, if you've not already got a Super Defense 3 potion in your inventory, what you're going to do is withdraw it now. I've already got mine in my inventory, although it is a 4, so I'm just going to drink a dose of it, and that makes it a 3. Alright, okay, so for this final part, now that you've got your defense route, what you're going to do is read this note. This is the note from earlier on, which we got from Gwr. Again, if you don't have the note, then go up here and talk to her. You might have not got it if you didn't have a free inventory space. So if you read the note, basically it tells you how you can create the potion, and basically it's with 2 mushrooms, which we're going to about to go get, Kanzanite and white berries, which actually make a super defense potion 3. So in a sense, we're already halfway there. So what you're going to need to withdraw is You're going to need to withdraw your Ring of Kingship just because we need to go up to Demonheim. Right, okay, so once you have got yourself your teleport crystal, Ring of Kinship, the recipe and the super defense in your inventory, what we're going to do is leave Lletya, and we're going to leave out the west side again and go through the trees. You're then going to continue in a westerly direction. You're going to have to cross over the tripwire, and then you're going to continue west actually, and you're going to go through the dense forest which is just up ahead. Okay, so now that you came through the dense forest, what you're going to do is, in a sense, go in a southwesterly direction, and you're going to see these big blue mushrooms. You're going to pick one of these, and then what you're going to do is you're going to grind this down, and then we're going to go up to our northwest, or just a wee bit to our northwest anyway, and there's going to be some smaller red mushrooms on the floor as well. Pick these, grind this down as well. Once you've got both mushrooms ground down, you're going to use one of them, doesn't matter which one, on the super defense potion, and that is going to create you one of these wonderful potions which we need to use. Okay, so from here we're going to teleport to Demonheim, and then once you get to Demonheim, what you're going to do is you're going to run north into the Dungeoneering area, and you're going to go stand in the middle here like I am doing, like so. Now, once you're in the middle, what you're going to do is drink a sip of this potion, and then a portal is going to appear. So we're going to go through this portal. Once you've gone through this portal, you'll land up in this Dungeoneering sort of room. Basically what you're going to do is go and talk to our final person, our lady, or whatever her name is. You're going to talk to her, and then basically select option number 4, it's time, I'm gathering the clan leaders. And that is, you successfully now got all the clan leaders together and ready. So it's coming up for final boss fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back now to Lletya with the teleport crystal. Now for this you're going to require loads and loads of stuff, which I'll talk about in a minute, so you might need to go to the Grand Exchange. I know myself I'm going to have to go to the Grand Exchange, so at this stage actually you might want to have a break. Alright, so it's me now readying up for the fight. I've changed back to EOC because EOC is much better than Legacy mode supposedly for the final fight. I don't know too much about combat, so I've been suggesting quite a few of this stuff though. I'd like to first of all say thank you for getting loaned an Amulet of Fury and a Seer's Ring from Mr. Diango. Very nice of him. I'm also using this armor, and got myself a skill keep on there as well. Going to be using Fire Blast because the boss is weak to fire, so whatever you can, if you are going to use range or mage, whichever one you choose to go with, do not go with melee because I've seen a video on it and it looks absolutely horrendously difficult to do. So my recommendation would be using magic and be using fire spells because that is the official weakness of the boss. Now this is the sort of setup I'm going to go with. Going to go with some rock tails, got 1 or 2 super restores, a prayer renewal because I'll be using quite a lot of prayer because of my combat level. You're going to need to make sure that you bring a teleport crystal number 1 with you, at least 2 charges in it, and you're also going to need to make sure that you've got full Mourners gear because you still will need to use that, okay? So with that out of the way, I'm very quickly going to summon my War Tortoise, and then I'm going to fill you up with some rock tails, as much food as I can get in you as possible, and then have some in my inventory as well. You can actually bank, according to the guide that I'm following, you can actually bank mid-thing, which is quite strange actually. I thought you wouldn't be able to bank mid-boss and it go back to the very start, but it doesn't go back to the very start. Basically this boss happens in waves, and there's 8 waves and 8 puzzles, and like each puzzle and each time you kill or injure part of the boss, that'll be a wave over. So actually if you leave midway through, if you're about to die or you run out of food, you actually don't go back to the start, which makes this boss actually quite easy. I was quite worried about this boss, but hopefully I shouldn't be too bad now. And I've also got down here my combat bar set up here with some of the stuff that I'm going to be using. You need to make sure when you are using magic that you're not using any of these spells that are going to keep you still, because that's one big problem, because you do need to keep moving. Basically what the boss is going to do is he's going to land up throwing sort of this purple sort of smoke, and if you stand in it, every 2 seconds 10% of your health gets removed, which 10% is quite a lot. So for example, I'll be losing like 1,000 or 800 hit points every 2 seconds, which I just can't afford to do, so you really do need to keep hot on your feet. Make sure you have got stuff pre-selected as well. I've got this on autocast, I've already got it selected, I've just unselected it there, but autocast, and that is the best fire spell I can use. So once you are ready, and you're all prepared and you've composed yourself. I think I'm composed anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to teleport to Lletya, so make sure you are here in Lletya. And what we're going to do is talk to Arianwyn, and then get teleport down to the Undercity. And everyone is here, all your ladies and lords which you've got together for the quest. What you're going to do is you can speak to Arianwyn again. And then you're going to select option number 3, that's all for now. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to teleport out to Cartherby. And what we're going to be doing is chartering another ship around to Port Tyrus. So same as before, teleport out there and then quickly go to the port. So I'm just going to speed this part up. And then you will land up back at Port Tyrus. So once you come off the boat, what you're going to do is run into the camp itself, and then we're going to be looking for the general. Once you locate General Henning, he should be outside the main tent in the camp. What you're going to do is talk to him. Then select option number 4, the time has come to face the darkness. This is it, we're going to be facing the Dark Lord here, this is the big fight. So now that you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to teleport back to Lletya, or Lletya. Still don't know which is the right pronunciation. It's probably Lletya actually, but it doesn't matter because Elf Quest series is just about over. And once you've done that, what you're going to do is come back into the bank, and this is it. This is your last opportunity to bank for now. So what you're going to do is, if you need to bank, bank. I'm going to talk to Arianwyn and I'm going to get this underway. So teleport back to the underground city, or the Undercity, and this is us back down here. Now what we're going to do, talk to Arianwyn, it's time Bigfoot 500, let's get going. So let's enter the Great Grand Library and let's do this. So hopefully you should be all ready, you should have everything ready. I'm all good to go. So this is the Grand Library. And then, okay, what now? So basically we can get this started here. So basically on screen what I've got here is I've got one of these, and basically there's going to be quite a few puzzles here. I've got it on screen right now. Unfortunately it might not be too clear, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. So basically what the aim of this is the boss doesn't actually attack you when you're in combat. So do not worry about that. Basically you'll end up doing a puzzle, then you do a fight, then a puzzle, then a fight. This repeats over 8 times. And what you've got to do is you've got to line up all these mirrors, and basically there's these located all around the sides. So what you do is once you've set up all the mirrors, you activate them afterwards, and they hit this crystal in the middle. That's where the main boss is. And then basically after 8 times you'll weaken him. And he'll get so weak that he'll eventually die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this first one up here. So just going to rotate that there. So just watch what I'm doing on screen and follow the map down in the corner as well. So that mirror there. Go rotate this mirror here. You can actually tell by some of these as well which ones have the rotate mirror and which ones don't. You rotate that mirror there and then rotate that mirror there. So as you can see, this is all in sequence and this makes sense. So from there to there to there to there to there. And this is now it. So as soon as we activate this crystal, this will be the first fight. So make sure you're ready. I believe I'm totally ready. So let's get this underway. So stage 1 has been complete. And then basically 2 of these little things spawn. It gets progressively harder. So it actually supposedly starts off quite easy. So some force, you mean the Dark Lord. And then basically just attack these. These should be one hits actually. I mean they're only level... They are level 98, but they only have 100 hit points. So there we go, that wasn't too difficult, and that is stage 1 near enough complete. So moving on to the second puzzle now. We're going to start off from the very bottom here from the south. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come and go 2 north. Then you're going to go 1 east. Then you're going to want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 north. Rotate the mirror. 2 west, and then there you go, that is you set up for that one. So let's get this fight underway. Now I'm doing this at quite a fast pace because my Beast of Burden might run out. It shouldn't take me that long, but if you need to, make sure you pause the video. So we're going to activate this now, and then hopefully it should work out. It has worked. So now we've got another spawn anything again. This one's a much bigger one, and this is how the final fight is going to be like. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to turn on a prayer, and I'm going to turn on that as well. Going to start to use my combat abilities as well, just to help me out here. As I said, I'm really not good with combat whatsoever. I'm a skilling sort of person, so I really struggle with this. And then there we go. So that's not too bad now. That's another section done. So, as it says down here in the chat, actually I didn't have the chat totally shown, but it tells you how you're doing so far. So it's the beam part and then the killing part. So that's us done the beam part of part 3, or that's the part we're on to now. So let's moving on to beam number 3. We're going to start off with this one over here now, and what we are going to do is we are going to go 1 north, rotate it, 1 west, and then rotate it. We're then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 north. Looks like there's actually still a shadow. Make sure you kill all the shadows. You can actually start the mirrors before you actually kill all the shadows, but I wouldn't recommend it obviously, because if you're trying to do the mirrors and things are attacking you, that is going to be bloody annoying. You're then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to your east. Rotate the mirror. You're then going to go 1 south. Then you're going to go 2 west. And then there we go. So that is that set up. So what I'm going to do quickly here is eat 1 food because I'm a little low on health. How are we doing on prayer points? We're doing not too shabby. Going to activate this. And let's get this next part underway. So as you've seen there, it said stage 3 complete. Can't see, there we go. So this is the big Dark Lord in the middle now. Not got any littler ones, but in the next round, for example, they'll come back. So I don't want to talk, let's fight, because I don't want to talk, let's fight. So you need to watch out here. You need to make sure that you stay out of these stupid little things. You need to watch out. As you can see there, basically, there's sort of a wee pool that spawns, or you can see sort of a wee shockwave below. And that can tell you basically what is coming, and oh my sweet Jesus Christ. So I'm not moving fast enough right now, so I need to make sure, as you can see, there's sort of just a wee... Fucking hell. Right, I need to concentrate here, I do apologise, I'm not doing too well. I keep getting caught out, I keep being too slow right now. And basically what you need to do is you just need to keep on the move and keep using your abilities. So as you can see, every so often there's a wee sort of shockwave right there, and that was basically telling me that I needed to move. So let's move again, like so. So there we go, we're actually finally getting somewhere, now that I'm actually into sort of a rhythm. Fuck, move. And get out of there. So as you can see, that was quite challenging for me. I'm not very good at combat, as I've said once or twice now, but that just gives you a general idea of what you need to do. Right, after this as well, I think I'm going to put on Protect from Mage, because I'm getting hit quite high on the mage front. Prayer is not doing too bad whatsoever. Because I've got a prayer renewal flask, it means that my prayer is quite fortunately quite safe. Right, so what I'm going to do is very quickly just withdraw some more of these. As I said, it's a good idea to bring a Beast of Burden. You don't have to if you're high enough level, but I would recommend it anyway. So that is us done stage 3, I believe now. So we're going to go into the 4th puzzle. I assume that's everyone killed in the vicinity. So let's move on to the next puzzle. You're lucky enough actually that you can have a pause, you can have a break, don't have to worry about too much. It's only when you initiate the next round or the next stage. So what I'm going to do, for example, now is I'm actually going to stop recording, wait for my health to regen a little bit, then go again. Right, okay, so here we go on to number 4 now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this one here, and basically we're going to start off by going 1 to your east, then you're going to go 2 north. Then you're going to go 2 east. You're then going to go 2 north. You're then going to go 2 east. You're then going to go 2 south. You're then going to go 1 east. You're then going to go 1 north. You're then going to go 1 west. East, sorry. You're then going to go 2 south. And then that should be the next one set up to hit the crystal in the middle. So again, we're going to get ready to fight. So I'm going to have my prayers at the ready. What I'm going to do, prayer renewal has ended, so I'm just very quickly going to put that back on. I'm then going to go again, so let's get this underway. So let's go for magic and let's go. Right, okay, so it looks like I maybe did something wrong. And basically I didn't turn this mirror, so I very quickly just need to fix that. And then we'll try this again. My bad. So we're going to activate this again. There we go, so stage 4 is complete. It's actually worked this time. So let's get ready to go again. You did more harm. And I don't want to talk, let's fight. So let's get going again. Keep moving quite quickly. What I'd maybe recommend doing is actually killing some of these smaller ones first. Because it's better, because you're not getting attacked by as many things. Then go for the boss at the end. Shit. Keep to the outsides as well, because obviously means that you're less vulnerable from the boss in the middle. He's struggling to hit me all the way back here, so I'm quite fortunate actually. So I'm only attacking one thing at once right now, as you can see. No, don't run into it, don't run into it. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Come on, come on. So as you can see, I'm round here right now, but I'm actually getting attacked from 2 or 3 different angles. So what I want to do is keep moving, don't get stuck in them things here. As you can see, I'm getting attacked from 2 different places there. So what I'm going to do is just come back over to this side and try and only get hit from 1 person at once. Just about killed the boss in the middle for this stage. 13 points. Come on, die. Move out the way as well. So when he dies, as you can see there, basically all the things disappear. So I can turn off that for a second. Okay, not doing too bad. My stats aren't drained, so I've still got 1 more thing to kill, I'm pretty sure, this round. So quickly attack you. So there we go, not too bad. That's another round complete. I'm doing this at quite a slow pace. Hopefully you can get through this much quicker than I can. Right, so now we're moving on to the next puzzle anyway, puzzle number 5. Again, what I'm very quickly going to do is just withdraw some more food, refill up my inventory again. Hopefully I should get them all done with everything, all my supplies here. However, I might have to bank before the last round, but that's okay. Anyway, so moving on to number 5 now. What we're going to be doing is starting off here, and what we're going to do is place a mirror there. So that is 1 east. We're then going to go and place 1 north. We're then going to go 1 east. You're then going to come south 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3, sorry. And then you're going to rotate that mirror there. You're then going to come along here and you're going to go to your east 2. You're much better following this because I'm trying to read a map while I actually do it on screen as well, and it is really confusing. Then going to go south 1. and then rotate it. You're then going to go east 2. You're then going to go north 1. You're then going to go east 1. Then going to go north 2. And then rotate that, and that is you ready again. So what we're going to do is the same tactic as last time. Magic on and keep her back to one wall and not get attacked from 2 enemies at once. Hopefully this works. Right, so there we go, it successfully worked again. So what I'm going to do is, let's begin the fight. You actually do need to select number 2 option. I unfortunately clicked off it there by accident. But what we're going to do is start to attack you from back here. Let's move. So you really do need to keep on your feet actually, to be honest. That's the biggest thing you need to do. As you can see again, I'm getting attacked from 2 different players, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat back into my corner. That was the last thing I wanted to do. Panic. As you can see, I've pretty much got totally fucked there actually. Got really badly dented and I've still not even completed this round. I actually did panic there quite a lot and I had to shut up and focus. So as you can see right now, I need to hit a restore. Use that on there. I can't, oh we can. Right, okay, so I've got to complete some of these now. So that was really poor actually, but probably I'm going to have to bank now after that. But is there any of them left? Yeah, there is this one over here. So there we go, that is that round complete. Right, okay, so we're now going to move on to puzzle number 6 now. Hopefully we can get one more puzzle in. I did really struggle that time and I will have to bank after this round. Hopefully I can get this one in though. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move on to puzzle number 6. This hands down has to be probably for me the most complicated one. Number 8 is quite complicated in a sense, but this one has a lot more mirrors you need to deal with. So starting off here at the north, this is a fixed mirror. You can't move that. So what we're going to do though is from there head east 4. We're then going to rotate that mirror so it's facing south. You're then going to walk right down to the south corner here and then place a mirror here. You're then going to go all the way along to your west, and in a sense this one's like a spiral. Turn that one facing north and then you're going to go up to the north corner and then you are going to rotate and put that mirror on, and there we go. So you're going to go to your east one and basically as you can see there's a lots mirror there, so from there you're going to go south 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to put a mirror in, you're going to rotate that, you're then going to go to your east 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to go to your north 1, 2, 3, 4. You're then going to rotate that mirror, and then you're going to go to your east 1, 2, or west, sorry, 1, 2, 3. You're then going to go to your south 1, 2, 3. You're then going to go and rotate that mirror and then go to your east 2. You're then going to go to your north 2. And then you're going to rotate that mirror and then you're going to go to your West 1. Hopefully you can see that as a spiral there. So let's get this underway again. Hopefully I don't get too fucked over this time. Right, 2 minutes left on the prayer renewal, so just quickly drink another sip of that, activate this, and let's go. So again, the stage is complete. I'm just going to back into the corner like I did last time because I find that easiest. I actually have to talk to the Dark Lord. Let's not get too close, please. What's happening? And basically Dark Lord is still going to be mad, so you can select option number 2 again. I don't want to talk. Let's fight. And then basically hopefully can start getting some hits into the Dark Lord. I need to move. As you can see, rotating around can be a bit of a fucking issue. Move. So you really do want to keep on your heels and move every 2 seconds or so. Shit. Close one right there. Again, this is why I'd recommend having some brews with you, just because it makes life a lot easier in case you fuck up like I have on numerous occasions. Because I'm not used to combat, I mean, I've not had a big fight like this in a long time. So there we go, that is that 6th puzzle now complete. Unfortunately, I didn't actually do too bad. If I brought maybe 1 or 2 Sardamon and brews, I probably could actually tank it out, but unfortunately I'm going to have to go bank, so that is what I'm quickly going to do. So if you do need to go bank, basically what I'd recommend doing is teleporting out. I'm just very quickly going to talk to Arianwyn very quickly just to see. So basically what you're going to want to do is teleport back out of there, and you're going to teleport back to Lletya. Make sure, like myself, if you need to change your crystal, change your crystal. So I'm going to get some more supplies. Unfortunately I don't actually have any more rock tails, but I have plenty more Sardamon and brews and that, which I'm going to use these a lot more this time. Okay, so once you are reset up and ready to go like I am, might be a good idea to eat some food here while you're at the bank. And also, as I've said earlier on in this quest guide, what you might want to do as well is actually climb up these stairs. Then what you can do is come here and recharge your prayer points, like I am doing, like so. So once you've done that, and I'd recommend taking off any prayers you have on, what you're going to do is speak to Arianwyn again. So basically you can go back down to the Undercity. Going to teleport, and then you're going to enter the Grand Library again. As you can see, no one's here because they're all back inside. So what I'm going to do is drink another sip of this, and then we're going to move on to number 7. I am winning, yes I know. So let's talk to the Lord again, and basically unfortunately I think we have to redo that fight. Do we have to do that fight again? Yeah, unfortunately we have to do fight 6 again, which really does suck because I really didn't want to do that fight again, but oh well. So killing this greater shadow here. Actually, maybe this is number 7, I'm not at all sure. The chat's telling me different. This quest is no longer making a lot of sense to me, and right, so there we go. I managed to kill that boss, and now I just need to kill some of the greater shadows. As you can see there, I really did struggle, and I'm surprised in a sense I'm actually still alive. I'm really struggling with this. Didn't think I'd be struggling as much. So there we go, and that is that fight over with. So I'm very quickly just going to replenish my health and turn off the magic prayer there. What I'm going to do now is just withdraw some more food out of here, and then what we're going to do is set up for puzzle number 7. So what we're going to do is this puzzle here. I think this is the final fight after this actually, because you do a puzzle, then you do a fight, then to finish them off you do a puzzle. So I think this could be the final fight coming up actually. So what we're going to be doing here is another Lock's Mirror here. What we're going to do is we're going to go 1 to our east, then we're going to go 1 to our south, then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to our west. Make sure you actually have this mirror turned around here. I didn't do a check there when I was doing the mirrors. So back here we are. Go 1 south. You're then going to go 2 to your west. You're then going to go 1, 2, and then 3 to your south. Rotate that mirror. You're then going to go 2 to your east. Rotate that mirror. 1 to the south. Rotate that mirror. You're then going to go 3 to your east. Rotate that. Actually leave that mirror. There shouldn't be a mirror here at all, so what you're going to do is right click and remove if you do have a mirror there. You're then going to go 2 north. Place a mirror. Rotate it. You're then going to put another mirror 1 to the west and put a mirror on there and rotate it, and then 1 to the north. Place a mirror down, rotate it, and there you go. That should be you set up for puzzle number 7. Then after this we've just got 1 more left, so make sure again you're ready. As you can see, my prayer renewal right now is quite low, so what I'm going to do is very quickly just going to drink again. Then what we're going to do is activate this, and let's hopefully see us not getting fucked over. So very quickly going to talk to the Lord again, yada yada yada. I don't want to talk, let's fight, and then basically let's get this underway. So very quickly off the start, we're getting fucked up. Move! Move! Right, I'm getting really unfortunate right here, because right now when I'm clicking, for example, I'm actually clicking to attack them, which you need to watch out for yourself. Make sure you don't fall into that trap like I have. I've been quite unlucky quite a few times when I've gone to move away and it looks like I'm attacking them because they've got a really large sphere of influence for some reason, or a very large sphere of attack. So just going to eat some food right now, eat more food, and then just continue attacking them. I'm working my way around this circle right now because that's my best tactic. I don't know why that is working out for me, because it is a really shite tactic, but it is working out for me, so I'm using it, and hopefully I'm getting around and killing the shadows slowly anyway. So just continue to attack these, kill these, get some hits on them, and then hopefully we shouldn't be too bad. Oh, for fuck's sake, they're regenerating actually, so this tactic isn't going to work. So make sure you don't follow what I have just done there actually, because that just doesn't work out too well. Right, so there we go, I've managed to finally kill the main lord in the middle there, and now hopefully we can kill some of these shadows around the outside. I think I was in with 16 or something HP of dying there, it was too fucking close. Panicking and focusing though at the same time. So there we go, that is us completed that round, got absolutely destroyed that round. So what I'm going to do anyway is withdraw my foods, and not doing the best anyway, but we're doing okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the final set of mirrors. This is puzzle number 8. This one is confusing actually, I would say personally I find the number 6 is more confusing, but what we're going to do is start off by here, and then we're going to go to locked mirror. From the locked mirror we're going to go up 1 to our north, then we're going to go 1 to our east, then we're going to go 1 to our north, rotate, we're then going to go 2 to our west, and you can see there's a locked mirror there. So what we're going to do is go to our south 1, 2, 3, and there's another locked mirror there actually. So what we're going to do is go to our east 2, rotate, and then go to our south 3, and then we're going to go to, there's another locked mirror there. So what we're going to do is go to our north 2, there's another locked mirror there. We're going to go to our west 2, there's another locked mirror there. We're then going to go to our south 1, there's another locked mirror there. We're then going to go to our east 1, there's another locked mirror there. Then we're going to go to our south 1, and then leave that there. And then we're going to come along here right to the end, into the corner here, place a mirror down and rotate it. We're then going to go north 1, there's a locked mirror there, so then we're going to go to our east 2, put a mirror down, Then we're going to go up to our north 3, there's a locksmither there. Going to go to our west 1 locksmither, and then south 2 locksmither. So then what we're going to do here is come all the way out to here. So this is us going, in a sense, west 1, rotate the mirror. Then going to go up to the north corner here. And then you're going to place the mirror down. You're going to go east 1, you're then going to go south 1. You're going to rotate that mirror. Then you're then going to go to your east 1, locks mirror. You're going to go north 1. You're then going to go east 1. Place a mirror and then rotate the mirror. And then that, ideally, I think is that puzzle now complete. So I hope this is at the end. Actually, I've got a feeling there's no more fights. If there is, then I will be ready. I will smack on that final prayer, but I think we should be okay. So activate this final one, and no, I can't die, so I don't have to have another fight, and that is the quest finally complete. So there we go, we have defeated the Dark Lord. Very lucky and unfortunate for that. But anyway, what we're going to do is continue skipping through the chat right here, and then basically I'll see you soon in the Elf City. So that is us done the quest. What you want to do to accept, because there's a lot of stuff you're going to get here, open up the deposit box. I'm just going to stick all my food in there because we're about to get a lot of XP lamps. Once you've done that, you're going to come over here and talk to Arianwyn, and there you go, quest complete. Thank fuck for that. That was the most difficult battle I've ever had in a combat sense. So there we go anyway, quest complete, 2 quest points, 50,000 XP in agility, crafting, construction, Dungeoneering, Herblore, mining, prayer, range, summoning and woodcutting. You get the title of the elves. You also get this exoskeleton thing. You also get access to the Elf City, and you also get 2 treasure keys. Suggest more quests in the description below. Because I've got my new computer now, I'm going to start doing a lot more RuneScape quests. I think I'm going to move on to the Desert series now, because 1 or 2 people have been requesting that. Again, I'd also like to say thanks to Mr. Dianjo for lending me some of the gear for this. Thanks for watching, please leave a like rating. It took me about 10 hours to make, edit and do research into this video, so the like rating would really help. Leave a comment down below if you're stuck on anything, got any queries, or you reckon that there's any parts of this quest I could have done better on, so for people who are about to do this quest, it can be made easier. As I said, you got any suggestions, then put them in the comment section below. If you want to add me on RuneScape, I have now changed my name from Bigfoot500 to Hightower5k. Send me a personal message or join my friends chat, and I'll be happy to talk to you, answer any questions or hang out. Also, if you want to add me on Skype, Hightower5k is the name as well. 2 videos you guys might have missed. The first video is a RuneScape money making guide, which can gain you up to 2 million GP per hour. All 3 methods are still active and are very profitable. They require no skills or very little and low requirements. The other video is how to get 50k agility experience without actually doing agility courses in RuneScape. Great wee method if you hate agility like I do. Subscribe for more content, guys. Go onto my channel, check out some of my other videos. I don't just make RuneScape content. I play other games such as Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, The Last of Us, Watch Dogs, Trials Fusion, and 1 or 2 more games. I'm also about to start up a Minecraft series after Christmas. Thanks again for watching, and I'm out.